Alright, let's move on to the beasts. This is Cerberus. He is usually associated with three heads, though in this incarnation of him he only has one. He is the guardian of the gates to Hell, or to Hades in Greek mythology. And the dead fear him, because the dead, though they have to have the coins to cross the river Styx via Charon's ferry, they also have to carry a honey cake to appease Cerberus. Cerberus's drool is said to be poisonous, and one of Hercules' last labors was to basically capture Cerberus, which he later returned. A lot of myths have hellhounds, including Norse and Hindu myth. Sparna I couldn't find under this name, but I looked it under his imagined name, which is Sparna, and I got nothing, but it relayed me to Garuda. So I assume this is a reincarnation of Garuda, as there have been many. One of the most prominent ones was Jatayu, which is the king of the vultures in Ramayana, who was sent as a scout to sail on to Span, though his wings got burned and basically was killed. Orthrus is again a two-headed dog that belongs to Grayon in Greek mythology. He only appears in myth as an opponent for Hercules as one of his labors, as the labors was to retrieve the red oxen that Geryon owned. So, though in this he kind of looks kind of like a rat, or with a rat's tail, but then again Cerberus has something like that as well. Badb Catha is a Irish war goddess, though her full name is actually Bed. I'm probably butchering it because I'm not really good with Gaelic, but this name is basically the name she assumes when she's the form of crow. The triad of war goddesses is there are three goddesses, her, Matcha, and one that I'm not really familiar with, and they all form basically a triad deep war goddess called the Morrigan. Nekomata I couldn't exactly find, but the closest thing I could find was a description of cats in mythology. And in the case for Japanese mythology, cats are basically supernatural entities. They're able to control the dead to some extent. I think it probably stems from superstition from Buddhist myth, as the cat is kind of frowned upon in Buddhism to some extent because the cat was one of the few animals that didn't warn the Buddha. And demon cats in Japanese myth have two tails or forked tails. Inugami, I assume, were shapeshifters, or beings that can actually change into dogs, because this stemmed from an assumption because in Shadow Heart's Covenant, Kurando, the character that we meet in Japan, his last name is Inugami, so I assume that's the case. But I think from the looks of it, it's probably just the spirits of dogs that, according to this description, drive people mad. So if anyone wants to correct me, I'm more than willing to listen, so thank you.